This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Revival Gold, Mr. Hugh Agro. Hugh, great to have you back on. Interesting day to have you on. First and foremost, how are you, sir?
Very good, Gerardo. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's get right into it. I say it's an interesting day to have you on because we have, some M&A in the gold space with, some Idaho friendlies. And on top of that, we have what I see is the beginning of a rotation into some of the small caps. And I think, obviously that's going to benefit the resource space and the part of the sector that we speculate on, that being natural resource stocks, junior mining companies. And I think Revival with the recent acquisition and the exploration upside and the production profile that Revival now boasts is positioned really, really well for the second half. So I want to talk about all of the catalysts that you envision for the second half for Revival. But before that, I'd love to get your take on the rotation from, maybe tech into the small caps. Are you sensing that out? And I know we talked a bit off air, but are you seeing some of that in your conversations when you talk to corporates?
I'm definitely seeing that. We're not just the corporates, but the retail crowd as well. I think you're seeing a pickup in the Russell 2000 index, which is indicative of small cap and value interest relative to the big cap tech names that have been so shiny over the last 14 years or so. And that's a rotation that's been on the come for a while here, but we're certainly seeing some indications that that's moving in our favor. And you talk about corporate development in the sector. There's been some activity. We're certainly very much on top of all the opportunities out there. And if we see things that we think are a quality fit for good value, we're certainly looking at those and with active an active corporate development effort. Nothing really has got us too excited here. Post our Mercer transaction, we brought in 1.6 million ounces of oxide heap leach material on a brownfield site, right in line with our strategy, and we think that's a great fit for us and what we're building at Revival Gold. You mentioned the recent transaction, Florida Canyon today announced. That's an interesting situation. Not really where we're focused, but we like to see consolidation in the space, and we wish our friends at Agro well with that. And in the broad sector, that's moving our way. We're seeing ETF buying in the space now, which is a good sign for gold equities generally, and of course, expectation of rates coming off in the fall.
You mentioned the fall. We got to talk the fall. What do you see happening with Revival in the second half? I know you have a lot of earlier stage exploration work, but then some more advanced stage that's going to lead into that, obviously. Break down for me what to expect in the second half as a Revival shareholder, you.
Well, just talk about our recent press release first. We've been really busy on building up the database for our geological model so that we can support that PEA, preliminary economic assessment, at our Mercer project in Utah. And so we've gone through over 19,000 historical drill logs, getting that data scanned in and part of our geological model. On the exploration side, as part of our data review, we found 4 drill holes that had not been assayed, and we got those sampled and out released. Some interesting intercepts there, including 0.9 grams over 26 meters in the main Mercer area. And what's really interesting about that is, of course, we're taking it to the next level and doing also metallurgical work. We've got a really nice cyanide soluble to fire assay gold ratio on that drill hole EN086, which is quite favorable, 78%, and that's a good indication of where gold extractions will come out for that area. We've got column test work underway, and we're seeing really good leach cycle times on that. We'll have the results from that full program out, I'm expecting in September. And also in September, we're going to be back in the field with Mercer Exploration. We've got our team heading out there under our Chief Geologist Dan Pace leadership to develop up targets for future drilling on the Merkur project. So lots going on the exploration front, the metallurgical front, and of course in the background we're busy with the PEA for the Merkur project, which is expected to be completed first quarter next year. And that's just at Merkur. so a lot going on at Revival Gold.
Well, listen, you clearly are now focused on developing a rich production profile. And I think you're going to capture the absolute sweet part of the gold cycle here, the profitable part, right? And I think that's really key for people that dabble in the space to understand that you could be a gold company and completely miss the most profitable part of the cycle. I think that part is coming. I think your timing as far as potentially putting this into production is going to be excellent. And I have to believe that with the enhanced production profile, you're going to be the subject of a lot of conversations with mid-tiers and majors looking to replenish their production profile. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. 6.2 million ounces of gold in total resources between our Merkur project in Utah and our Bear Track Arnett Gold project in Idaho. These are great locations to be in. The first phase at Bear Track, together with what we have at Merkur, gives us a scale at about target size of 150,000 ounce a year of heap leach gold production. There's synergistic locations for our team, given our location and our expertise, and the similarity between the two sites and our common infrastructure head start for both of these projects. It really gives us a nice platform to be working from, and that resource, that 6.2 million ounces of resource, is meaningful in terms of option value for higher gold prices and for future expansion and production. So yeah, we're feeling good about things. We're really happy with the way portfolio is developing. The team's really excited about what we're doing, and Gerardo will continue to keep you posted on that front. No ambitions to sell the company here. We got a lot more value we can surface, we believe, in this portfolio.
Looking forward to catching up in person at the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Conference. That's always a really, really well attended and well executed event. And of course, we'll have our camera crew out there. So looking forward to chatting in person. If you happen to be around, everyone, please say hello. Anything to add to that, Hugh?
Thanks, Gerardo. We'll look forward to seeing you at Beaver Creek.
All right. Cheers. See you then. Hey, everybody. Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.